Welcome to Sports Life Talk.
Hey, yeah.
Cause this is Sports Life Talk.
Hey,
You
hey.
rock it with Sports Life Talk.
Life Talk.
Hot topics with Sports Life Talk. So come and get you some Sports Life Talk. They let us in the game, now we calling the shots. Things will never be the same, so forget what you thought. Cause life without sports ain't nothing but talk. Go now, finally a show that makes your heart pound. Profound, wonder what's running up through your thoughts now. About to drown all podcasts that be watered down. Tell them clowns it's a new era, and it's starting now. I've told them strangers, the 5 Power Rangers, approaching Sports Life Talk from 5 different angles. Get ready for the change up. We done turned the flame up. The topics that we bring up, we about to blow this thing up. Yeah, let's get it cracking. KT the head coach and Ms.Manhattan. Gemini Jones holds the throne, she be calling them out. Mr. United Surgeon B. Jones, the mouth of the South. On the cover athletes to the year of the week. We got what you need. We dropping what's hot in the streets. From copping new sneaks to locals popping, doing big things. When gossip and tea, let Kimberly pull you a dream. Sports Life Talk. Who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening. Let the show begin. Sports Life Talk. Who is them? Went from not listening and now you're tuning in. If you're feeling what you're hearing, tell a friend, tell a friend. Thank you for listening. Now let the show begin.
Let's go. Let's go.
That video. Kevin, you going to get that video?
I ain't fixing the video. You just better be ready.
You got to get that video off the intro, man. I can't help from laughing. Dog, I start thinking about that tiger.
Just kidding.
Oh, my God. Oh, man, that segment was history.
Show off. Look. Welcome to another episode of Sports Life Talk, where life without sports is just talk. It is Wednesday, April 19th, and we are back. Excuse me, I was eating a banana. We are back. Hold on.
And then choked on the thing.
And so this, what I say? So we're back with all 4 Power Rangers. We're not Power Rangers, we're superheroes.
Well, we're the podcast Rangers, but superheroes. We do.
Yeah, Kevin had got caught up in some stuff with some copyright infringement, so we had changed that from Power Rangers to podcast.
Well, yeah, whoever Kevin is, he got caught up in it. You're right. I don't know who this Kevin is you're talking about, but yeah.
All right, y'all. We are back with y'all, and let me introduce my fabulous crew. We have B. Jones over there, Mr. Mouth of the South.
Hey.
Yeet.
All righty. Then we have Coach Ed Reede down there, looking all official.
What's up, Gemini? How are you doing tonight, Gemini?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Man, you're just glowing. You look lovely. I'm glad you're here tonight. Let's go.
You know, I just keep drinking water because I'm working out, and so it's just giving me that just glow.
Oh, I thought you were having heat flashes.
You look dewy. You look dewy. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
fault. You know what? Shut up. All right, Ms.Manhattan, how are you feeling this evening?
Hey, y'all. I feel a lot better than I did last week. Last week was a horrible week. So
you was in your feelings last week. We tried to get you to come on and kick it with us.
I stay in my feelings, child.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I just wake up and be like, what feelings you gonna be in today? Like, just go ahead and start.
That's that Gemini in you, though. It's like
That's that Gemini.
8 different people there.
how many?
You got Gemini, you got Nefertiti's essence, you got your government name, you got everything going on.
You got that. Anyway, all right. So this is episode. Oh, I am Gemini Jones, in case y'all didn't know. This is what episode 180 entitled Humpin' Around. And this week we are honoring the legendary king of R&B singer, former member, new member, and still a member of New Edition, Mr. Bobby Brown. So let's go ahead and get started with a read from Mr. Brown. And you know what? This week we are switching it up, and KT is going to tell us about Whitney's ex-husband.
All right, Gemini. So most people know Bobby Brown for his roller coaster relationship with the late Whitney Houston. True fans remember him from his days from one of the most iconic R&B groups to ever exist, New Edition. He began his solo career in 1986 and blessed his fans with hits like Every Little Step, My Prerogative, Roni, And of course, the title of our show tonight, Humping Around. So let's raise our glasses and toast to the king of R&B, Mr. Bobby Brown. I got the empty bottle because I drank it because I was thirsty. But
Yeah, me too, man.
if I had water in here, I would have toasted to Bobby Brown.
Ain't nobody humping around. Yeah, that boy B. Brown was cold, man.
He really
Man,
was.
that dude was too cold.
Yeah, if when he dropped that 50 pounds, he might be able to be cold again because I seen a little. Bobby didn't even make the full turn. Bobby said,
Hey, New Edition up there dancing, right? Everybody getting down and they pan down to Bobby Brown. That dude just doing like this.
He's
Bobby
gonna
dropped that weight, though.
do
Bobby
no
dropped
more.
that weight, he gonna. I think his breathing gonna be a little bit better. He'll be all
He's
right.
not dropping that weight. That's why he's just there for the money.
Well, yeah, and shout out to Bobby Brown though because he has suffered a lot of losses.
Yes, he has.
Of course, starting with Whitney Houston, moving on to Bobby Christina, and I think he lost. I know he lost one son. He might have lost two. I believe he lost.
And then like the guy that was like a son that was like Bobby Christina's best friend ended up being a boyfriend.
Yeah,
He passed away too.
Yeah, it
Man.
meant something. Yeah, he's had a lot of loss, since Whitney Houston. So I know he's probably going through a lot. So I really honestly am glad that he is on tour with New Edition. Is probably keeping him busy and getting him back in there. So shout out to Bobby Brown for being Bobby.
Well, if they come to Dallas, I want to see them because I love New Edition. I hope y'all keep me posted on when them tickets drop because I know I'm gonna snag me a few.
We gonna be at that Texas Trust CU Theater in Grand Prairie jamming.
On them blankets. All right, listen. So the trivia for the day is Bobby Brown did a song for one of my favorite childhood movies. So let's turn back the clock to 1989 and tell me the movie that Bobby Brown featured a song named On Our Own. What movie was On Our Own featured in?
That's too easy, B. Jones. You just want to give out a shirt this week, don't you?
Yeah, got I had to, man.
I remember when that video dropped on Video Soul, the world premiere. So I remember that.
Yes, I love that song when it come on because I have like music in the car and I played like some 90s jams and it'll come on. Hey. I wasn't a fan of the movie because the movie kind of scared me a little bit.
Vigo scared you?
No, the movie.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Hey, when you do it, you got to be specific. You got to be specific. You can't say
Boomerang.
Oh, it wasn't Boomerang. Boomerang.
Boomerang.
It was either that easy question or the other question I had was going to
it's not legal.
if Ed Reede would have spoiled it in the read, then I was going to give him another question. What movie did Bobby Brown play alongside of another famous comedian?
Yep, that was that. Now that's Boomerang.
No, that's a Boomerang.
That is Boomerang.
No, it ain't.
It's a thin line between love and hate.
Yeah, thin line with Lynn Whitfield, Martin Lawrence. Yep.
Lynn Whitfield, boy, she was something.
She was crazy as hell. That's what she was.
No, I'm talking about the actress, the real person. Yeah, she played the hell out of that role, but yeah.
She did.
I don't know. You know what? I'm pointing at Jim, but Lynn might be below me.
That's her new nickname, Lynn Whitfield. Yeah. Now we gotta figure out the character's name from the movie because
might be below me because
she will spice your stuff up.
Yeah, you ain't never seen Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
No,
I have, but I haven't.
You know, she like that means you haven't seen it. Don't even say you have.
These millennials, man. These millennials.
I think it's like I'm always on my phone when I'm watching an old movie because it doesn't like grasp my attention.
Brandy.
Yeah.
It was Brandy.
Her name was Brandy. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Brandy, Ms.Manhattan.
Regina King was in there.
Yeah, Brandy
Yeah,
Manhattan.
she's a love interest. Yeah, I forgot about her being in there.
Yep.
But didn't she go upside Bobby Brown head too?
Yeah, she
I
did.
can't remember.
Because
she did something to Bobby.
Yeah, he was doing the most. I'm not Lynn Whitfield. That's Ms.Manhattan.
Yeah, we ain't gonna give Jim this one. We're gonna
your
give
PlayStation 5 in the tub below me right now.
Yeah,
and she'll cut your Crocs up, so you better watch out.
Y'all, I don't even remember what was the situation with the PlayStation 5. I don't even remember.
I don't know how you
remember.
start threatening.
No, we were talking about it because it was a post online where the girlfriend dropped a PS5 in the tub.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you was like, that's something I would do. And then you start talking about how you slice somebody's Crocs up.
But the thing about the PS5 going in the tub, the thing about the PS5 is they were very exclusive at that point in time. It was like if you lost your PS5, you was at least a good 8 to 9 months away from getting another one. Everybody just couldn't get them at that time. Mm-hmm. You said you was straight cooking that thing in the tub. I was like, whoa. I started looking at you a little differently.
I'm not that crazy.
You can tell the story of a dude jumping from the second floor, but naked.
I was about to say that story was hilarious.
You know what, B. Jones? Never mind. Gemini, they're both a combination of win-win feelings. How about that?
I a combination when I didn't do anything. That was him that jumped. Katie, I just go sit in front of your house.
Yeah.
and hide in my seat like this.
Look, we all have it. We all have it in us for the right one or the wrong one.
I had to tell you what happened the other night when I almost got busted. All right, cool. It is time for the toast. So, Katie, what everybody sipping on? I just got ice water.
Yeah, I just have water as well. So my toast this week is gonna go to I couldn't think of anybody. I was trying to go through the sports news things and I didn't find anything that really interests me. So I'm gonna go with giving my toast to a promo company called DFW Upscale. They hosted an event that Pam actually went to this weekend. It was an all-white party. And it was an all-white party and it was at an airport, right? It was an airport in Dallas, like a small airport, right, Pam?
It's the Redbird Airport and it was in a hangar. So you were partying with these planes around us.
That's pretty smooth.
Yeah.
It was very nice.
Yeah, so one of the promoters is actually one of the guys that we met at Dibs. I don't know if y'all remember, but he always hosts like these really great events. So I'm going to give my toast to them this week because I think this party was a huge success. I think they kind of went out on a whim doing it. And the fact that it was an all-white party before May, before the May holiday. And I saw like tons of pictures. Pam was there, like I said, she looked amazing. Slick Rick was there. Outfits were all on point. So toast to them for a dope event. No?
Yeah, toast to them for a very, very, very dope event, but everybody didn't have on all white and all them outfits was not amazing.
Was it more of like cream? Was it kind of cream?
It was dudes in there, like, and I get it, guys sometimes they're like, oh, white, but it was dudes in there like with somebody just didn't even have on nothing white. And you had on just a polo shirt, some jeans, some tennis shoes. But like the guys would do like white and green with some, they Jordans or whatever. But let me just say this, ladies, I need y'all, ladies, babies, check the back of the mirror when before you walk out the house, because that front might be cute, but when you turn around, it's not quite as cute. And so I need my ladies to do better because y'all be having it all hanging out. And like, there's a way to let it all hang out and be cute with it. But y'all, but let me tell y'all, my feet was hurting. My feet was hurting bad. They was burning. Like,
hell, you just became a 50-year-old woman right there. Ooh, child, let me tell you. I had to soak these bunions. I mean,
on fire, but baby, so was my feet. This dude found me a table and somewhere to sit. I was like, I sure appreciate you. And I just had to go and walk to the car barefoot.
Was it a lot of people?
It was 1 million people in there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's pretty dope. Upscale doing it then. So shout out. Hey,
very nice.
Shout out to Upscale.
If I go again, I would make sure I got a table though. So it definitely have somewhere to sit.
And invite me next time.
Yes. I will. We'll go get a table. All right. So player hating from the sidelines. Who we hating on this week?
I don't have anybody this week.
You're not hating on nobody this week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me tell you, I'm gonna hate on somebody this week. I'm gonna hate on that dude that shot that little boy through that dang on door because he
85-year-old dude who just did. That was ridiculous. I'm so glad the young man made it.
Cuss him out. Tell him you at the wrong house, whatever. Why you got to shoot through the door? And then shot him twice. Came outside and shot him in the head.
Twice.
Yeah.
And then what's sad is that the neighbors wouldn't even help him. He had to go to 3 different houses with his head bleeding and arm bleeding. 3 different houses. Somebody help him out. 3 different houses. That mean he went doom, doom, doom. They wouldn't help him. Doom, doom, doom. They wouldn't help him. Finally got to the 3rd house. And then the 3rd guy wouldn't even let him in the house. They made him lay out in the grass until the ambulance arrived.
Now, I will say I can understand that because you don't know the circumstances. You don't know if he was running from somebody, they come in your house. And so I understand, but it's a little boy. I mean, he's clearly a teenager. So I think I would have sat outside with him. And maybe if I didn't let him come in my house, I would have made sure I was outside with him, putting pressure or whatever the case is. But I hope that man, I'm sorry, you ain't got but another good 10 years, but I hope you spend him in prison.
Yeah, it's
10 years. Yeah. 10 years.
Yeah,
the whole story behind it.
I don't even see good. Anyway.
I got one more of the player hater. It ain't a player hating on that perspective, but the Sacramento Kings staff throughout E40 from the Game 1 event. And it was some racial profiling in that situation too. E40 claims that the person behind him got upset with him for standing up too much in the game, and that he never received a warning. But the security came over there, saw him and this white woman getting into it, and immediately asked him to leave and got him out of there. So that's some real player hate now, man. I mean, like, this is E40 we talking about.
They don't know who E40.
Man, he should have. How you not know who E40 is? Timer. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody don't know who E40
is. Yeah, everybody don't know who E40 is.
Look at KD. KD's like, who is that?
I know who E40 is.
Oh, you were shaking your head.
No, I was just shaking my head about the whole situation. Like, how this man got seats that close and not get a warning. Y'all are just ejecting him. That's wild.
I'm going to tell y'all.
Somebody up for standing up.
Yeah, stop going. Hey, listen, if you too old and you got to sit down the whole sporting event, don't go. Yeah. Watch it at your TV. It is a sporting event. It is an emotional time. People want to stand up and celebrate. I do not want to be sitting in my chair the sport event the whole time. I'm sorry. Don't go.
Yeah. Go. All right, then, y'all. It is time for the kickoff. No, it's not. It is time for the Playmakers. So, Jesus. Lord, KT, who we shouting out? You got next in this week.
We got a bunch. We got Khalil Valentine from Chandler High School. We got Bryce Dixon, our boy from Pinkston. We got Devontae High from Dallas Christian. We got Coach Thomas Anderson from Panther Creek. We got, I know, and then we got Jeanette Mitchell, whose episode hadn't been released yet, but it's going to come out tomorrow, along with Rochelle Vaughn. So I'm not going to say Lisa, Pamela, Angela, Renee. I just everybody, you know what I'm saying?
3 Kims.
Golly. But those are our shout outs this week. So please go to our website, but go to our website too. But go stay on this YouTube channel and watch those. Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. So the local business. Actually, Kate, I said it wasn't a business, so KD already shouted out who I was going to give a shout out to. But I went to a restaurant this past weekend. I think they only have one location here, but they have other locations. It's Tupelo Honey in Frisco at the Star. And I had brunch there. I had chicken and waffles. I was so craving chicken and waffles. And it was absolutely amazing. I am pissed that their mimosas are like $14. It's not that serious. So, I'm sorry. The mimosa was $12 in one of the little champagne flutes, but it was $14 if you got a cup. But it's still mimosa.
We talking about orange juice and champagne, ain't it? Jeez,
yeah,
man.
It wasn't.
Champagne. It's not even champagne. It's always like sparkling wine. But
sparkling wine. That's right. That's right. You're right.
So it wasn't. I don't think they're worth that price. I mean, if you put them at $7 or $8, you would probably sell twice as many. But the food was delicious. Who's talking about this cheap mimosas? I don't spend that much for my mimosa.
Boy, you got that bread. Cool, Kel. We are taking donations for the show.
On my mimosas, so I try not to. I mean, usually I have 2 mimosas to go somewhere, but they were so high. I was like, I'm not finna spend $30 just to drink some orange juice and some bubbly.
Hey, Pam, we want to send a shout out to Open Gym. That's a local business. They are located, I want to say it's in Denton, huh, KT? What's the exact? It's in Denton. We'll put the address on our website, but yeah, it's super dope facility. It's this basketball type thing, but it's like the size of a 1-car garage, right? It's big enough for like one SUV to park in here, but it got a rotating goal that goes and turns at a 360 type motion, so you can almost shoot in a small compact area. And it looks as though you can shoot from anywhere on the court. And the way they got it set up, it is super smooth. It's lights, it's cameras everywhere. They got the music going. It is just an ultimate facility. It's a facility that made you feel like you was in $1 million kind of facility, and like a LeBron was about to walk in at any point in time. That's how fire this facility is. So if anybody want to do some personal training, you just go if you want to do some personal training, or if you want to sign up for, hey, you want to work on your shot indoors, and you want to get just work on all your shots.
Privacy. You're basically being there by yourself, so it's private.
What do you do? Just rent it out?
Yes.
You know, you have to get with Chris and Jules, our guys at Open Gym.
Yeah, you rent it out. I think you reserve it and you rent it out. But if you need a trainer, reach out to Coach Mike Pouncey. Man, he's dope. He's one of the dopest trainers in the Metroplex. So holler at our boy.
ITL Skills, the soul taker.
Yes.
Have y'all been to this facility?
Yeah, we did a show out there this weekend. It was off the chain.
Video. Oh, somebody posted a video with Kevin shooting bricks.
Oh boy, I was shooting some bricks that day. Yikes.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
I made okay. Once they stopped recording, I made some too. That's the thing about it. Of course, when it was rolling, I was just bricking like a mud. But hey, whatever. Get off my bag.
Somebody said, that's something new. We got one of the family members saying something to us. So I'll let y'all talk about that. Who was more beautiful, Pam Grier or Bernadette Good Times?
I grew up on Bernadette. Pam Grier was a little bit older. Like in
Pam Grier was bad though.
Yeah, in her day.
Ooh.
Bernadette is the best friend. Malona. Who was Bernadette? Oh, Bernadette was the daughter,
Thelma.
right?
Thelma.
Yes.
Oh man, Thelma, all the way.
How was they broke and she stayed fly though? How was they broke and she stayed fly? Thelma always.
I don't know, man. Pam Grier was bad too, though. Back in the day.
Yeah, she was. But hey, Good Times. When I saw some videos of Thelma, some pictures, she cold, bro. She was cold. I gotta go.
Yeah, but Pam Grier's cold too.
Kevin, I'm not about to go back and forth with you.
Yes, you are. You keep trying to make it seem like I'm wrong and you own it. Yeah, you doing the same thing.
No, I wish I could pull up the receipts. Wish I could pull up the evidence right now. That is ridiculous.
And not once I said that Pam Grier was bad. I didn't get a chance to comment on Thelma because you keep going against me, making it seem like I'm just picking Pam Grier. They both bad.
Okay, so
I'm going Pam Grier just to be opposite of you, mother.
So Pam Grier is 73.
How old is Thelma?
Oh, wait a minute. That ain't who I wanted. What's her last name? Bernadette Stannis. Because I think Bernadette was younger. Like, oh, here she is right here.
Yeah, she's younger. Pam Grier is older than her.
No, she's 69.
Who, Thelma? But Pam Grier is 70 though, right?
Yeah, it's Pam Grier 73. Thelma's 69. She was born in 1953, and Pam Grier was born in whatever 73 equals. Yeah.
Yo, shout out to the Coach's Corner Chats podcast, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we got to show him love because whenever we post something, he's always commenting. He's always retweeting, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you for real. And he got a good show, too. I'll be checking out his show. So that's dope. He highlights and interviews coaches all around the globe, man. So this dude is.
But my question is, right when we gonna get on the chat though? What's up, Coach? When can we join you?
Oh, man, you know we ain't big time like that yet. We coming though. We coming though. Hey, y'all heard Gemini tell y'all today's prices won't be tomorrow's prices. She told y'all already. Hey, man, we got so far off track. The local athlete this week, I'm gonna give a shout out to Dink Pate. If y'all don't know, this young man became the youngest player in G League history to sign with the G League this week. It's kind of cool because Bryce Dixon, who was on You Got Next, he had kind of told us that Dink was going to be doing this, but the news broke. I believe it was yesterday. Was it? It was yesterday the news broke, and so this dude is an All-American caliber 5-star player. He's about 6'8", do it all, versatile. He can shoot, dribble. I mean, there's no part of this guy's game is missing. He's definitely a highlight reel waiting to happen. So I can't wait to see what this young man does on the professional level. But shout out to Dink Pate. He is the local athlete of the week.
All right, awesome. And it is also WCW today. So Ms.Manhattan, who we crushing on today?
So I think we talked about it a little bit off air. So we're gonna give it to a few people, and then next week I'm gonna have a solid woman for the week. So this week, I know you talked about Megan Good. That woman looks amazing. I think she looks even better now that she's not married to old dude. Who else did we say? The agent for Jalen Hurts. What was her name? What is her name?
Nicole Lynn.
Yes, her too. So we're gonna give it to both of them. Did we have anybody else this week, y'all?
I don't know, but Nicole Lynn, she definitely got Jalen Hurts the bag. Between Nicole Lynn and it's kind of cool because Jalen Hurts has an all-woman management team. Nobody he works with is a male. So shout out to Jalen Hurts for doing that, for having the courage to do that, and shout out to those young ladies for performing at the highest level. I mean, that's damn near yeet worthy. But
she need to holler at Lamar Jackson. She need to be Lamar Jackson's agent.
That's on Lamar. I got some conspiracy theory on that. I think Lamar would have had a deal by now if he had Nicole Lynn. But we'll talk about that.
He had an agent, period.
I think so too, KT.
He got to do better.
He could have had the Texas Hammer out there representing him, and he would have got a deal by now. So,
hey, what general manager or owner going to talk to your mom and tell them everything that they want to say negative about you? Come on, man. You got to do better.
Yup. All right. So, time for the kickoff question. Since this week we are honoring Mr. Bobby Brown, who would you say is the Bobby Brown of sports or entertainment? So, B. Jones, I will let you go first. And by that, I mean the bad boy.
Yep. I got a dual one. I'm going to go with Ja Morant is kind of my current bad boy as he's been catching news. Now, don't get me wrong. Ja don't have the history as far as winning a ring, but Ja was, really truthfully, he was kind of the face of the NBA for a while. He was having these highlight dunks. He was hitting incredible shots, making incredible passes. It was like Ja was kind of Mr. Everything, and you could clearly see the NBA was carving out a lane from a marketing perspective to put him on the face of everything. And then all of a sudden overnight, he just started making reckless error after reckless error, from the gun incident on TikTok or whatever, from his father fighting on the sidelines. Draymond is close, but I'm gonna tell you, my problem with Draymond is that he never has been the best player on this team. That was why I didn't give it to Draymond Green, just to be honest with you. But then my other one's gonna be Michael Irvin, because we all knew Mike, and Mike is probably the closest thing we gonna get to a Bobby Brown of sports, right? Because he won the rings, he was part of the Super Bowl champion Dallas Cowboys three-peat. He had a problem and an addiction with drugs. He fought back. He rehabilitated his image, and then it just seems like every time he gets back in the good graces of everybody, something catastrophic happens and tears him down again. And we always rooting for Michael Irvin. And it was just reported today that he won't be allowed to participate in the draft process, representing any of the teams. The Dallas Cowboys or any of the networks. So I'm gonna go with those two, Ja Morant and Michael Irvin.
All right, Katie.
For me, I'm gonna go with Chad Johnston, Ocho Cinco. So he was great on the field. I don't remember like his bad when he was playing, but I know in the end of it, whenever he got with Evelyn Lozada and he headbutted her, it was a thing. I think he got cut from a lot of things too, being able to be part of the NFL, but he grew and now he's back doing his thing. I like it that he's still involved with these players. Now, he'll challenge them. He's on podcasts. He still does events where he's hosting and things like that. So
that's a good one, KD. I didn't see that one coming. That's a good one, because Ocho Cinco at one point in time, he had the whole world going crazy. I'm telling you, they were child pleasing. They was doing the Ocho Cinco dances and stuff. Hey, he was on top. So that's love. I like that. Do you remember when he had his name Ocho Cinco on the back of his jersey?
Yes, I do.
I'm so glad he went back to Chad Johnson, man. He was.
Yeah. All right, KT.
Well, I'm gonna go to the entertainment world, and we know this guy would be. Well, he is a top 5 entertainer if you just look at his body of work. But ever since that one night when he chose to lay them hands on a young lady, his career has never been the same as Chris Brown. So he's definitely a bad boy of entertainment right now.
And Kevin, I think we are talking about the only thing that's missing from a Chris Brown to a Bobby Brown, even though they share the same last name, is that Bobby was a part of a group and went solo, and Chris Brown is all. He came out of the gate solo at a very young age. They both were childhood stars. So I love that comparison. That's probably one of the best ones, man.
And then on top of that, I mean, Rihanna took the keys out of the car, threw them out in the field, and it was dark. And he was like, yeah, Chris Brown, you made a terrible mistake. First of all, putting your hands on that lovely lady, but I'm pretty sure they say those Caribbean women too, they like to fight too. So
spicy. They spicy. Hey, KT, what you mean? So she threw the keys out in the woods, and then what happened? He just
he parked. I guess they were arguing. So she reached, grabbed the keys, threw them out in the field, and it was like pitch dark. And then he pretty much told her, when we get home, that show, you know what? So that's how it went down.
I would have started walking. Like when I scratched my name in that dude's car, I took off running. I wasn't going to stick around for that.
What?
Yep.
You should have said that on wax. Yep. I don't.
Well, now they coming for you. Hey, I mean, Gemini, I love you, but they come to me and say, we need the receipts.
That was 1995, y'all. They can't. It's
have us dragged in court.
That is wild. I have never done anything crazy, but Pam, every week we're finding something out about Pam every month, y'all, and it's always something different. That was my younger years. I'm not like that no more.
You're still the same person. I'm pretty sure you'll get somebody's car right now if it came down to it.
I've grown. I don't. Prison is not for me. They would toss me all the way up. So I'm good. Back in the day, prison was all right, but now I'm not trying to be nobody's chick in prison. So, all right, y'all. Nobody can see that.
Yeah, we did. Just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so mine was going to be or is Dennis Rodman.
Oh, that's a good one.
Somebody actually had put that. I think Cool Cat put that in the chat. But I love Dennis Rodman. I love he just don't care. Like he just didn't care. I don't know if he still does. I actually heard he's here in Dallas. Well, he used to be in Dallas. A friend of mine ran into him in Legacy a couple of years ago. So I heard he was living here now. So Katie Davis said, toss it like popcorn. All right, y'all. So it is time for the Manhattan Project. KD, what do you have for us this weekend?
Okay, so I wanted to go just a little corporate. This is going to touch the life of our podcast. So we've been talking a lot at work about surveys and, how a company can improve and things like that. So I kind of wanted to get y'all's opinions on what type of incentives could your job offer, or could a place of business or a company offer to its employees to motivate them to want to work or want to give more, kind of think outside of the box and to help your team? What incentives can employers offer to y'all besides money?
I would say money is always an easy way.
Cheaper healthcare, where I don't have to pay as much. So if it's right now $200 every 2 weeks for me, just me, cut it to $50 a week.
Yeah, they make a killing on that, man. The insurance and all of that. It's ridiculous. Maybe 4-day work weeks. I know some companies do that, but I don't know.
I ain't got to work 10 hours the other 4 days.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. I was going to say, what did they call it? 820 or 810 or something like that, or 910, I think is what they call it, where you work 9 days and you work 10 hours or whatever it is, and you get that Friday, every other Friday, you get it all the way off. I've actually seen companies do that. So I'm with you. I'm with you, KT. Give people more time back though.
Cool Cat put free gym and cell phone service. The only reason I wouldn't want them to pay for my cell phone service is because when I quit, I don't want to have to go through trying to get my service turned back on. I mean,
what if they get a reimbursement? What if they get a reimbursement?
Cool. Yeah, reimbursement is cool. Insofar as free gym, so a job I used, maybe I shouldn't say this on air. A job I used to have a long time ago had Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they have what's called Well On Target is their program. You pay $25 a month, and basically I am able to go to pretty much any gym except Lifetime Fitness because you know they high. But I can go to LA Fitness, like what's that? Fitness Connection, the purple one, Planet Fit, any gym, and have a membership for free, pretty much. Now I can upgrade the membership and pay additional. Like at Planet Fitness, it would be $25, but they take care of half of that, so I only pay $12 a month for that membership. But so I would actually, if you have insurance through your job, especially if you have Blue Cross Blue Shield, I would check into that because you can go to any gym anywhere and have a membership. Hope that helps somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one, and this is gonna be my last one, and this is probably the one that nobody want to hear. Treat people with respect, like they grown, and stop asking them to do things that you don't even want to do. If people go to work every day and have a good time, and they like what they doing, people will be excited. I promise you, all these extra incentives you only need that when you asking people to do SHIT jobs. If you get what I'm saying,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. When you treat people right, they'll come to work. We be doing this to make money.
Yeah, pay people according to. As a recruiter, I deal with that a lot. Pay people according to what they're worth. Don't try to lowball or go within.
I never understood why companies did that. Yeah. I never understood. It's the worst strategy ever. Because guess what? If you lowball me, somebody else is going to tap me on the shoulder in the next 6 months to a year, and they going to offer me the same job doing more. Because I got you basically cheap paid me to get a bunch of experience so somebody else can hire me, and now all that money you spend on it, that's a horrible hiring philosophy.
Yep. You know, KD, can I vent for like 1 minute maybe?
Yeah, go for it.
Because we're talking about this and politicians who are trying to take over schools.
Mm-hmm.
It is so frustrating. You got the dude that's in Austin who's been running his mouth saying, oh, the parents need more control. Well, sir, if you knew anything about the public educational system, the parents have all the they can see anything they want from their child. They make teachers now have their own web pages, so they post everything. So if you want more control, join a PTA. Do things of that nature. Actually go to a public school, not one of those schools that your kid goes to where, you know, they don't have to want for anything because they have all the resources. He gets on Twitter all the time. He's always dogging teachers, making it sound like it's our fault that the kids are not doing what they need to do, when point the finger to the parents that you're trying to give the control of the schools. And that's all I got, KD. I'm sorry.
Good point.
As a teacher in the school.
All right. Well, thank y'all for y'all's input. Y'all are the bomb.
Let us know how this turns out. Let us know if any, and I just mean any suggestions, any of your coworkers that gave suggestions. Let me know if any of them came to fruition.
And don't forget to write down the ones in the chat as well, because there's some good ones in the chat as well. So
yes, I see them. Yes. Yep. So that's all I got for the Manhattan Project. I felt like I had something else, but I can't remember. And I
remember, and I thought we were going to talk. We could do it next week though, because we got to talk about this Chance the Rapper thing. So we'll talk about it next week.
That's the other thing. Yeah, real quick, I forgot. So there was a video that surfaced all over online today where Chance the Rapper went to, what is it? Carnival? Is that how you said it? I like that. Yeah. So it's like where the chicks wear like all the feathers and the cute, sexy like swimsuits / lingerie. They have all the cheeks out, everything. Sometimes they'll have like body paint, body jewels. The women always look amazing for these events. So it was in Jamaica, and it's basically like you just dance, drink, and have a good time. So it was two girls dancing on each other, and then Chance the Rapper came behind one of them and, you know, just started dancing. Yeah, just started dancing right along with them.
No, she was not dancing right along with him. She was booty popping it on him.
Yeah,
and
he was
throwing it back. He was throwing it up, and she was throwing it back.
So my question is, was he wrong for doing this? Was he wrong in partaking in the activity that needed to happen while he was there in Jamaica? I think he's married. I think
I was about to say it's a couple of different answers. There's a couple of different answers to this one. I mean,
because Chance the Rapper is actually a public figure, so him doing it is different between B. Jones and I going out there and doing it. So it's just like if you go into an adult club, what's going to be the difference?
Exactly. And I know that there's going to be cameras. I'm Chance the Rapper. Like, why not? So if that were my man, I'd be like, yeah, you better. That's what you better be out there doing. But that's it. Like, nothing more. You don't need to go home.
Yeah, as long as you do that and then you go home and you're not going home with that person that you were just grinding on, it's all good.
Yeah.
If you're an entertainer. Not if you be Jones and myself.
Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't have no part of doing that.
Let me just, what y'all want? Do y'all want Sports Life Talk mentioned in the obituary or not? Like, y'all.
Yeah. But my thing is, why his bodyguard looked like he wanted to say, slide over, Chance. Slide over, let me get it. He was looking hard. He was like,
He was like, you're not doing it right.
I would be pissed for a little bit. But then I just get back and go on a girls trip and go to the strip clubs or something.
But after further review, the sister that he did it on was definitely worthy. So I can understand his temptation. I think his wife looked like, well, I understand. I understand, Chance. But he shouldn't have got caught on camera with that one. That was horrible.
Everywhere. That's why he needs to sit down somewhere.
Is his wife famous? Is his wife famous? Chance's wife?
I don't
okay. It probably didn't bother her then. It probably didn't bother her. A famous wife, it would have bothered, like a Nia Long or Jada Smith. Though it would have bothered them.
Oh, well, Jada Smith wouldn't have cared. She
wouldn't have.
But look, it's a twofold question. So I also sent y'all a like a news thing, a news notification where Patrick Mahomes' wife she feels disrespected, and she thinks it's disgusting that other ladies want her man. But it's like he's like one of the top. Huh?
It's only 5 days on him. And it's only because of his money.
And I don't understand why it's disrespectful or disgusting that your man is desired, like by people that he'll never know.
Nah, but I think it's women that's actually trying to come after him and holler. That's where the disrespect is. That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's the disrespect. But
you know he's married.
Yeah, but your women have to deal with that every day. Women have to deal with that.
You gotta learn how to speak it out.
Yeah, no, we totally get it, but I'm talking about her feeling disrespected because people are trying to shoot their shot at her husband. He's probably showing her like in the DMs, hey, this is what's going on.
Should have married Brad in accounting and even had them problems.
No, but my like I'm saying, but even Brad in the accounting wife probably get mad at women trying to come on to him. Let's
Nobody want Brad in accounting.
I mean, disrespect is disrespect. If somebody's married and somebody's trying to holler at them, then yes, the wife or whoever should feel disrespected.
Yeah, that ain't no rich folks problem. That's an everybody problem.
Yeah, because
that's an everybody problem.
Okay.
I felt disrespected before hanging out with somebody that KD knew. So we can just keep talking about that too.
Sorry, y'all.
All right. So is it time for the Uncut Gems?
Yes, it is.
So speaking of the things that B. Jones said regarding the way this woman looked in her costume or whatever, and then me also mentioning how women were dressed at this all-white party. I mean, y'all, I ain't trying to be funny. This one girl had on a bikini bottom, no bra. She had the little pasties and she had a sheer. It looked like she was going to the beach and not like a nice party.
I didn't know what was going. To be honest with you, when I saw the video the first time through it, I just saw it like 30 minutes before we jumped on out.
No, I'm talking about at the all-white party. At the party.
Somebody came like that, duh? At the all-white party?
It was women that every time you walk, you had to keep pulling your dress down, and because everything was gonna hang out. So I guess one of the guys that was there, I asked him, I said, are y'all really attracted to a woman? Like, okay, so you see this woman, she got all her goods hanging out, like not in a classy way, because there's a way to show some cleavage or show some legs or something in a classy way, but you got it all hanging out for attention. If you're a man when you see that young lady or that whatever, are you just attracted to her physically, or do you think to yourself, and you think, I just want to smash, that looks good? Or do you think to yourself, this could be a really good girl, I would love to date her?
Well, it's definitely not the latter.
I'm taking option B. I'm taking option B, Pat. Yeah, it's clearly she had one agenda. She was advertising. She wanted attention to let her intentions be known. You heard me? And so you take that as face value, but you also, as a brother, and I hope the young men out here listening to this, that if you see something like that and you are attracted to it, you got to understand that she was doing it before you. That's how she got you. She's going to continue to do it afterwards. So if that's the kind of woman you want, then that's what you're going to get, and that's what you got to expect. You can't change up. You can't say, oh, well, now you with me. Now you got to tighten up and got to, dress better. Nah, that ain't how it works. So
for the married men, when you're married and your wife is a beautiful woman, she's just not maybe as voluptuous in some areas, or she's not as flashy with her dressing or as sexy with her dressing as some of these women are. What is it? I mean, you approach these women for sex, but is it really worth it just because the body, like, you don't know what the attachment and everything that comes with this body, whether it be real, fake, or whatever, is it really worth it? And I'm not asking y'all specifically, whatever, but is it really worth it to go and have sex with this woman with this big old ass when you have a wonderful wife at home that takes care of everything, that does everything she's supposed to do, but maybe physically not physically, but she just ain't this body right here. Is it really worth it?
Where did this conversation come from? Can we go back to the original? What are you trying to do, Jim? I'm answering the original question. Bitch, y'all stop. What is she thinking?
Hey, my reception was messing up. I missed that whole question. What? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? It's my internet. I don't know. Hey, Pam, do the question again.
You know what? It's okay. I'm done with the Uncut Gem. Let's move on because I think I've proven my point. Thank you, Cool Kevin, saying it's not worth it. And I need more people to realize
it wasn't. No, it's not worth it. It wasn't worth trying to answer that question either. So yeah.
KT, it started as a question and that thing ended as a vent.
I know this shit and put it on UMD. Like, hold up. No, we're not answering that.
Hey, yeah, I don't know nothing about it.
I asked the real questions. I be wanting to know.
Yeah, but next time your real question, you stick to the original question. We'll answer that one.
Let's cut that going forward. Let's polish them up.
Because look, if you have sex with this woman and your wife finds out, you risk losing everything you have for this. Like, I think men don't think about that sometimes. You just go with what feels good in the moment. And
but don't act like it's just men that do that. So stop there. Women do it too. So let's move on. Come on, let's go to the drop.
Come on, KT.
Let's go to the drop. We always get the bad rap, but y'all don't for some reason.
Well, no, and I say that because I mean, I'm gonna break it down for you. Women are. I need to know what it's like before if I'm a cheat, I need to know, because I ain't cheating and it's a Vienna sausage.
Ms.Manhattan, you got some songs?
I don't have any songs. Yo, I don't have anything today. I listen to new music.
My Jimmy Jam.
I forgot to do the Uncut Gem ones. My bad. Dang. You got the Jimmy Jam. Let's do it.
Yeah, I got the Jimmy Jam. Well, since we are talking about Bobby Brown, my jam for the week is Roni, and I think that when I get off this podcast,
no doubt, yeah. I've been listening to Bobby Brown for the last 2 hours.
It is right for you. Give it a chance, girl. You found a man.
Kevin. Hey, man. Oh my God.
Ronnie, she's a sweet old girl, about the sweetest little girl in the whole wide world.
Kevin, let's just say it wasn't music. It wasn't your ability to croon that got your wife, was it, man? Because God, dog.
Downtown. What's up?
Hey, oh, there it is. You got Pam gyrating that. Lord have mercy.
No music, no coaches group. Let's give it them snakers. What them snakers do?
Oh yeah. All right, I wasn't ready. Y'all got me tripping. All right, here we go. This week, 4/29. Remember, I'm trying to drop these things a little bit in advance, so you got 10 days. These are called the Jordan Retro 3. They are the Wizards. They're gonna come in at a retail of $210. It's just a classic 3. Now, it's one of those situations. If you got the True Blues a couple of months back, you probably don't have the necessity. The only thing that's different is the eye holes where the sneaker ties at, where the shoestrings at. They're accented with orange, as well as the Jumpman logo on the tongue is orange. But I mean, 3s are just a classic shoe. To me, it's one of the hardest varieties of the Jordan brand, and of course, you can see the blue. It's just always going to always play right. So let's go around. But real quick, before we do that, remember this Saturday, these drop. So if you are trying to get the black Flints, we talked about them last week. Katie wasn't here. Look at Katie looking. Y'all can't see her. She looking at them though. But we got these coming out this Saturday. So don't forget to sign up for any of your companies, or be ready to go at 9:00 Central Standard Time on Saturday to get in line to get them. I personally think they're going to be hanging out there, so you're not going to have to wake up super, super early, but I don't know if they're going to hang out there forever, right? So, but all right, let's Wizards. Let's look at them one more time. 3, 2, 1. All right, Gemini, what you think? You passing? KT, Ed Reede.
I'm passing.
Ms.Manhattan.
I like these, but not for me.
All right, I can live with that. Well, y'all know I'm copying everything I can. So I've been on a little bit of a hiatus, but I don't have a pair that's white and blue. I got white and purple, white and red, white and black. So I don't know. I might jump on these. Like my boy Katie Damon say, they nice. So we got the stove. All right. Well, that is it for the drop. So y'all know what time it is. All right, well, let's knock it out with this pick 6. I don't know. We running short on time today, but we're going to try to get to as many of these as we can. So, KT, first one. Pick number.
On that screen. Goodness.
Do what?
I see 11. It ain't pick 6.
Well, that's because sometimes y'all don't be having no copy. I say, let me put a few extra ones in there just in case. So, we'll knock out some of these. Some of these I'm not going to say, Gemini. All right, Kevin, which series do you predict to go 7 games?
Clippers Suns.
Oh, you think so? Clippers Suns, I like that. I got a feeling Memphis Lakers is going to go 7 games. You got issues with Ja Morant not playing, so that was going to be interesting. But the other one I think is going to go 7 games will be Cavs Knicks. They finna battle it out. They're about to battle it out. All right, Kevin, bigger surprise. After all the smoke cleared, the Lakers made the playoffs and the Nets made the playoffs. But who are you surprised more? Lakers was the 7th spot after injuries and inconsistent roster management, bad play. But Brooklyn Nets traded off just about everybody that was an asset, from Kevin Durant to Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons not playing. So who are you more shocked that made the playoffs?
The Lakers, with all the injuries, with LeBron being hurt and with street clothes being out every other game. I'm surprised they made it.
I'm gonna go with the Nets, man. The Nets has been in turmoil. They had to switch over coaches at the beginning of the year, and it's just been an absolute upheaval for them. And then I got some new young stars in the Cam Johnson and the Mikal Bridges that came over in the trade for Phoenix. Now think about it. Everybody happy about Kevin Durant, but Phoenix had Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, and they are absolute dogs, man. So that's something that we didn't think about. Kevin, we're going to talk about the X Factor next week, but I want to talk about this one. What young upstart team are you the most excited about going forward? When we talk about who's going to be that next Sacramento or that next Memphis Grizzlies, who do you got?
I think it's will be the Thunder, because they got a really young team. Chet is coming back next year. They got over 15 first-round draft picks, if I'm not mistaken. I could be exaggerating, but they're going to be the next team.
Yeah, you know what? The Thunder is up there. I think I might go with the Magic or the Rockets, man. I think that when you look at Paolo Banchero, he's the number one rookie in the league right now. I think that Magic is one of those teams that's probably in positions. If San Antonio don't snag that first pick, it's either going to be the Rockets or the Magic. So all of a sudden they can add on a Wemby, right? And that's going to change both of those franchises immediately. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with the Magics, man. I like what the Magic doing. They got the Wagner boys. So all right, let's talk about the Draymond drama. The year started with Draymond punching pool. Now Draymond has been suspended for 1 game. Season started with mess. It's still mess going on. How big of an impact do y'all think this is making on the Warriors organization? And do y'all think this is just being overhyped? We'll start with you, Ms.Manhattan. Did you see the Draymond situation?
Yeah, and for one, do you think 1 game is enough? A 1 game suspension? Do you think it's enough?
Well, I mean, I don't think he should have got suspended at all.
What?
Like it was on purpose. And did I miss it?
No, it was on purpose. It's Draymond.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. If it was on purpose or not, the boy clearly grabbed his ankle though. Why are you grabbing another man's ankle? Yeah, I can't listen. Draymond is being suspended for bad resume. Draymond is being suspended for his persona that he's done the whole year. And they didn't like the way that he amped up the crowd is what this really about. You got to remember the commissioners in the audience. You giving this vibe of malice at the palace. And I think that's what this is all about. NBA want to stay as far away from there as they can with players taunting fans. And I think that's what Draymond got suspended over for 1 game for. Because, man, you grab my ankle, I ain't got nowhere else to go with my legs. I'm just saying. I don't think
he should have grabbed him. I agree, but you can't do that. That's just like if you fall in the street, B. Jones, and somebody just come by and just stomp you in the chest. No,
well,
no, that's different.
What about you?
Yeah, it ain't different. It ain't different. You don't stomp on nobody, especially on the deck.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, no. He shouldn't have grabbed his leg. I totally get that, but
I didn't see the grab another leg. I didn't feel, and again, maybe I just saw a bad angle. It didn't look like he was like stomped like Kurt Franklin on him.
You with me?
But it just looked like sometimes you get tripped up, and it looked like he was like, oh, and then
no, hell no, that's not Draymond's MO. No, no, I'm not going. I get what you're saying though, Jim, but no, he did it.
I think he got prosecuted on bad behavior. His behavior is what got him hung up. All right, y'all, we got 2 more to go. Do you ladies want to see DeMar Hamlin and Tua Tagovailoa play football again in professional football in the NFL?
No.
And it's weird. Honestly, it's weird that I just thought about DeMar earlier. It was in the last week, and I was like, I wonder is he going to try to play again? I would be so if I was his mom, I would be like, baby, I would be so nervous. And even for him, I'm sure now he's gotten the care, but you can't control that heart. I mean, that heart out. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they can just find a position for him in the organization. Maybe he can sit in the office and do recruiting or something. I don't know.
I mean, we had a guy in Teddy Bruschi who played for the Patriots. He had a stroke, and then he came back and played football. So you can't stop someone for doing something they love. I'd rather him go out there, get hurt, and doing what he loves. You know what I'm saying? Besides just going out here and something else happening to him.
But do you think he should come back next season or just wait another season?
The doctors have already cleared him, so he's going to come back.
Cleared him 100%.
He's coming back this season.
Both of them been cleared. Tua's been cleared and DeMar's been cleared.
Okay.
No.
What about you, Ms. Manhattan? What you thinking? You want to see him play football again?
No, because the same thing can happen again. Like the dude who hit him before, it can be his thing to get him down, to knock him down. It could just be in him to want to do that to him. Or any other player, any like super aggressive player. I get that it's football and that's what it is. But no.
I'll be more worried about Tua than I would be about him, because I was just
about to say that. DeMar, I get it. DeMar was super freak accident. We've never seen that before in all my years of watching football. But that Tua situation, we talking about back-to-back weeks. Those were the two ugliest scenes I've seen in the NFL in years. We talk about Tua getting transported to the hospital after laying stiff and cold on the ground, and
he had three, Big Jones. He had three of them.
So I think Tua's situation is much more different than DeMar. I'm with you on DeMar a little bit, KT. You know what? If the doctors cleared you and there's not anything that's off with your heart, play again. But that Tua situation, man, that brain is unless the brain can heal in a traumatic fashion. I don't think
Big Jones, this dude trying to take Taekwondo so he can learn how to land.
Lord have mercy.
In Taekwondo, you don't have a 300-pound dude coming to try to tackle you.
All right, y'all. Last question, and this is for all of us. Who will win this Saturday night super fight? We got Ryan King Ryan up against Tank Davis. We got LA versus Baltimore. This is going to be probably one of the biggest super fights we've had since Canelo versus Floyd Mayweather. The world will be watching. And they talking about this is going to bring boxing back. We'll start with you, Ms.Manhattan. Who you going for, and are you going to watch the fight? I know you spoke out against pugilistic combat, but, you know.
I'm going with the opposite of Tank. What's his name? Garcia?
Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Just because he Mexican?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you wasn't looking out for your own now.
I mean, I'll go with it today, but that's not why.
All right, Ed Reede, who you got, man?
I'm going Davis.
Tank. All right, who you going, Gemini?
I'm going with Tank, and yes, I absolutely am going to watch it.
KT, you gonna stay up and watch it on Saturday night? You know they ain't gonna start throwing hands until about 11:30.
I remember to watch replays on ESPN.
Ain't gonna be no replay, man. Come on, man. You gotta
they'll play it the next day who won the fight. I just have to watch that then.
Yeah, it just depends. If it's real late, then no, but I'll try.
Nah, I'm going with Tank because Tank is cold. Tank probably one of the smartest fighters. He's a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. He get overlooked a lot. The dude's super short. He's like a modern-day version or a lightweight version of Mike Tyson. I'm just a super big Tank fan, man. So that's why I'm rooting for Tank. All right, y'all. Yeet of the week. Do what?
Is he from Dallas? No,
he's from Baltimore. He's from B-More.
What's the box? Oh, Errol Spence. Okay,
Errol Spence from Dallas. Yep. But I'm gonna give you credit, Gemini.
Yeah, give me some. There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some gold for that one because you trying. I like effort. I like your effort. You went through. All right, here we go. This week I'm going to give my yeet of the week to the Oilers, Edmonton Oilers, Connor McDavid. I'm not a super big hockey fan, guys. I'm gonna be up front. It's hard for me to watch the game because I can't see the puck, but I gotta recognize greatness when I see greatness. And I was watching ESPN the other night. They said that Connor McDavid has become the 6th player in NHL history to score 150 points in a season, the first time since 1996 it has been done, and that was done by Mario Lemieux. Not only on top of that, but he also has had 60 goals. He's in very rare company with some of the greatest hockey players of all time, and Connor is actually the youngest to ever do it at the age of 26 years old in 85 days. So now you're looking at a playoff where you don't have an Alex Ovechkin, you don't have a Sid Crosby, and this guy is the future face of the NHL. So, Connor McDavid, you are extraordinary, you are elite, and you are tenacious, sir. You deserve a yeet.
All right, y'all. Well, that'll wrap up our show. I do have a special announcement. Next weekend is the NFL draft weekend at the Star for the Cowboys. I don't think KT is going, but maybe KD and B Jones and I will venture on out to the Star on. We probably won't go to the draft party on Thursday, but we will go to draft night out on that Friday night at 6:00 at the Star. So if anybody is interested in joining us, please let us know. We'll be out there drinking and mingling and having all the giggles. You can find out more on the Dallas Cowboys website. That's where this flyer came from. But if you are close to the Frisco area next week, they also have an event on Saturday, but that's just the 5K run. So.
Hey, so wait a minute. We going Friday night to the draft night out.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the second round. So there's gonna be some pretty big names on the second night as well. So that'll be pretty dope. And the stall right down the street from my house. So I'll be there.
Yeah, they'll have food and drinks, and they'll be covering the drafts and all that other stuff. So just come on out. Now, my suggestion would be to maybe park at Stonebriar Mall and catch an Uber over, because I'm sure parking will be bananas. I went this past weekend, and they had a cheer competition. I had to park at the top of the parking garage. So that would be my suggestion to anyone going. But let's do some shout-outs. B. Jones, who you shouting out this week?
Well, of course, I kind of used one of my shout outs with the Ryan Garcia and the Tank Davis fight. That's really what I'm excited about. I can't wait to see this fight. I like the fights, and every Saturday night I find one to get in front of. But also we will be out at the Heart of Texas AAU run. I think it's a girls tournament. KT, is it just all girls tournament?
It's girls. Yeah.
So we gonna shout out to Tori Orlean and her squad. They're gonna come all the way down from Minnesota. So we're going to be rocking, and we're going to be out at the Frisco Fieldhouse for half of Saturday, and I think we're going to head to Arlington the other half of Saturday, and the whole crew going to be there. So the girl, y'all coming too, ain't it, ladies? Y'all coming to the games, right?
For the Frisco, yes, I'll be there.
She said,
KD still mad at you from the other week.
Lord have mercy. We hold grudges, man. Let me make sure I keep my Crocs away from her. All right, well, that's all. Those are all my shout-outs.
KD?
I don't have any shout outs this week. I don't have any.
KT?
Well, doing the You Got Next, we rock with a lot of coaches, and so a lot of coaches have been on the move. So we want to give a shout out to Nicole Woods. She was the associate head coach or assistant head coach at UNC Charlotte, but now she has her own program at UNC Wilmington. Then we had associate head coach from Oklahoma, Amy Wright. She's now the head coach in Long Beach. And I want to give a shout out to Marwan Miller, who was at Minnesota. Now he's the assistant coach at Michigan State.
He got the job. That's dope.
Yes, he did.
Awesome. I would just like to give my shout out to my Detroit crew that was here this past weekend and the fun we had. And I literally was out Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. So appreciate y'all letting me tag along, and see y'all next time.
Peace out.
You already know what time it is, Sports Life Talk, and if you didn't know, you didn't set your reminder. You need to set your reminder, man. Sports Life Talk through your speakers and your headphones. Get to know the name and let your friends know. Ask who's got their game on lock, like a chain around a box, no bento. Legos in the end zone, building on a height from the scoreboard that we're adding to. Consistent with the content on a whole different magnitude. Working front to back like a lateral pass, and their attitude matches the aptitude. That's why we're glad to do Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah. Sports Life Talk, counting down the clock till the next episode drops, yeah.